right, let's do Curt's top 5 things to do at a golf course that have nothing to do with golf.
All right, another edition of Top 5. It's the summer, and we're getting into these kind of segments. So, Curt.
It's jabroni season.
It is jabroni season.
And no bigger 3 jabronis than the 3 of us.
So true, so true. Now, Curt is a avid golfer. A lot of people don't know this. They think that he just goes out and plays some music when he's not doing the Rob Dibble Show, but no. Every Sunday morning, he has a tee time that he does not miss with a huge group of country club nerds. Isn't that right, Curt?
No. Not even close.
Country club nerds.
No, I'm, finding my pants on a Sunday morning and putting the pieces back together from the night that was.
How many times a year do you think you actually golf?
Probably 4.
4 times a year. And that's not that far off from a lot of our listeners as well. You're probably just like Dibs and me, as we've golfed with you a couple of times. Hacker.
Yeah.
Definitely a hacker.
What do they call it? A Navy SEAL kind of golf? It's water, woods, beach,
Nice.
Better than the Army golf of left, right, left, right, left. But I like yours too.
Okay.
Top 5 things Curt loves about golf that have nothing to do with the sport of golf.
Let's pull back the curtain just a second. I come in, I find this on the rundown. I was not prepared for this.
What? I thought you were in the meeting when we talked about this a week ago.
I sleep a lot in the meeting. I got to catch up.
All right. So you said you were unprepared for this top 5.
No, I threw it together.
Okay,
but
good.
That's really kind of what I did as I threw it together.
I can't wait. What's number 5? Let's go.
Well, we're going to go 5 to 1. Okay, that's going the other way.
5.
Number 5 is removing people's clubs from the bag area, and you get to a secluded place and you watch them freak out.
So basically, you're a practical joker at the golf course.
People have their bags at the bag drop.
Right.
They know where they put it.
Right.
And then come back out after they went to the 19th hole or whatever. And then, where's my bag?
That is a good one, dude, because usually that person thinks, well, some guy that works the course.
Some lackey.
Right. He probably put it on a cart, thinks I'm playing again or something like that. So that could take some time. I like that trick. I've never even thought of that one. That's a good one.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4.
Now, this one there's a little thievery into this.
There was last one. The number 5 had some little thievery.
Well, I mean, on the idea as opposed to the actual thieving.
You stole this from somebody.
Yeah,
okay.
so the other one was about thieving. This is actual thieving. And because, stealing's fine. Empty a full bag of marshmallows in the rough near the green.
Oh, you are one of those
I
guys. I hate you. I hate you. If I find a marshmallow, or the other thing's usually a wadded up piece of paper. And sometimes that does come in to help you, because you might be looking for your ball, and if you and I are in separate carts, oh, I think I see it over there, and I go and I find
drop a ball,
and it's one of Curt's marshmallows, and then I can do a little switcheroo, drop my ball because it might even be
and
better
eat the evidence.
Right. Once again, though, you're hiding in a location and you're filming with your phone.
Gosh,
that way you can really make fun of these people after the fact.
Watch out for Curt. Number 3.
Number 3 is an original idea exclusively to me.
Okay.
Nobody's ever thought of this before. You can get drunk.
Oh, yes. Drinking on
a golf course. Oh, my God. No one's ever thought of that.
Nobody's ever done it.
Now, I was wondering if this was going to be your number 1, but yes, drinking on the golf course.
Well, it was going to be, if there was a 7, it would have been 7, too, on top of 3.
I understand. So it's that important to make the list twice if we had at least 7 to choose from.
Right.
Now, this is something that Dibs and I like to do after probably 14 holes, and our scorecard isn't what we like it. Then we just resort to the 19th hole and just call it a day.
The 19th is my favorite.
The 19th
That's your number 1? So what's number 2?
Okay, number 2.
Who does number 2
It's kind of a
work
combination. It's golf cart stunts and races.
I love it.
Yeah, just driving the golf cart. For me, that's my number 2 as well.
Well, you got to have some competition, and you got to have a race. And there's probably a little jump or something like that. Or you have this little contest of how many times you can get in or out of the cart with it moving.
Ghost riding.
Yeah.
Ghost riding it. I just like driving the cart. I think driving the cart is so much fun of the game of golf.
Now, I was telling Ashmead about my Uncle Larry used to have a golf cart on his property all the time.
Nice.
He would get the Castaways from Oak Ridge up in Feeding Hills, Massachusetts.
Little three-wheelers, like one wheel in the middle kind of action.
No, they were the four. They
Okay,
were,
all right.
Cushman, I think they were.
Oh, wow.
Cushman.
And then they shifted to Easy Go later in the 80s.
Cushman doesn't even exist anymore,
Yeah.
does it?
Probably not.
I just love driving the golf cart, man. I think driving the golf cart, sometimes I'll just drive the golf cart behind you guys while you play. I'm just cool on carting. Like, if you don't want to drive, like the guy that doesn't want to drive, Dibs, you don't want to drive all the time either.
No,
you like
I'm
being
not a big
driven.
driver.
I don't understand that. I was like, why does Dibs not ever want to drive? Driving is the best. I always get mad when people are like, oh, gosh, let me drive. I'm like, oh.
I've had bad experiences driving golf carts. Like, I always seem to, like, dump clubs off the back or dump somebody out of the cart. I'm constantly dumping my brother out of the cart. He gets really PO to me because he's always, like, lighting up a heater, so...
Your problem is those sharp turns. That's problem.
what I'm saying. I mean, I think, like, having been a dirt bike rider, motorcycle rider,
Yeah.
quad runner, driver and stuff, I feel like a golf cart's the worst particular thing for me because it turns a lot quicker than I give it credit for.
Yeah, and it gets, especially if you're by yourself, all that weight's on one side, and you take that left turn really quick, then all of a sudden you're tipsy too, and you're back on two wheels.
I haven't put one in a pond yet, though.
No,
I put
but
some in sand traps. I think you've been with me when I've gone into sand.
I've been
Because I'll
with you.
go. It's like being in World War II, over the hill, over Dale.
Yeah.
And you jump over the hill like you're going to take that hill, and oh my God, there's a sand trap.
I've been with you a couple of times where we've had to physically pick the cart up to get it
Absolutely.
like back on track.
100%. 100%. I'm like Curt. If we do our own fives, mine would be like bumper car golf karting.
Yes, you do love.
I do like to hit other carts.
You love
on the golf
that
course.
quick little love tap when someone's like doing a score and they're sitting at the tee box and you're coming up behind them without them knowing, and then you love that
Whiplash.
that whiplash love
I constantly hit those people. That's true. That's true.
tap. Watch out for that when you're playing with Dibs.
Don't ever be in front of me.
I borrowed Uncle Larry's golf cart at one point and used it for the band, like the high school band. We were marching. We were the Halloween parade, and we could dress up. We could do costumes. So I had a weird costume, and we had the golf cart all painted up weird. And I put the bass drum in the passenger seat
Nice.
and just rode along behind the band and just kind of played along as we're marching up Mountain Road in Suffield, Connecticut.
That's the way to do it, man.
That is.
I think you invented something right there. Now, didn't you bring that golf cart in the high school?
I did. I had my tools with me because this was my mowing rig hauler, the trailer. So I had all my tools. So you can take that center post out of the double doors and fit that golf cart inside.
Man, nothing's like a golf cart. Like,
No,
even
golf carts are one of the best inventions
So
ever.
true. I love the communities down south
Where
that don't-
you have to drive around with a
they're-
Why
golf
do
cart.
people hate the electric car but like golf carts?
Great question, Curt.
Well, because you're not going 300. If I want to go 1,500 miles and I can only go 300, why do I want an electric car?
But then, like, when you're on one of these islands, Dibs, you
But the
start
carts are
thinking, like,
amazing.
man,
Yep.
we should just do this for life. And I don't care if it takes me 25 hours to get to New Haven from Hartford.
you will if it's an emergency.
I guess so, yeah. But if it's not, man, I'd like a little 3-day golf cart trip like the old Oregon Trail. Like,
Who's got that time to kill?
that's true.
All right, so let's kind of go over some of this stuff.
Wait,
So-
hold on. We got one more, right?
Go ahead.
We got number
no,
one.
he said 19th hole.
No, 19th hole's not his number one, is it? That's
Nope. Number one.
number one.
Have a contest of how angry or bad you can make a player mess up with a well-timed sneeze, air quotes.
Oh gosh, he's all
So
about
he likes to make
chaos.
sounds in your backswing.
He is all about
I'm
chaos.
trying to piss you off is what's happening.
There's a couple of them on here that you didn't say. My number
What do you got? What do you
one
got?
that I think you would be in tune with, ball finding.
Well, that's my 5. That's my
Stealing?
number 5.
Finding balls. No, like we're waiting on somebody.
My late father-in-law loved this. I love it. Honestly, if I needed something to do in retirement, I would be a golf ball wrangler. I would dive in. I'd scuba dive into the ponds.
So
I'd
much
go in
fun.
the woods. It's so much fun because I feel like it's a treasure hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Easter egg, but it's Easter egg every day.
And now we've accumulated so many
God, I have
golf
so
balls.
much.
Like top flights don't do it for me anymore.
No.
Like,
Titleist.
Titleist and
Pro Vs.
Yeah, Pro Vs. When you find a Pro V, like when you find one of those I love.
I honestly don't want to play with them. I don't want to give them up anymore.
So the logo balls. When you find a nice logo,
I do love logo balls.
I love it when I find a guy's ball that like printed his name on it.
That was a big mistake I used to make. I used to put Rob Dibble 49 on my balls.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
yeah.
I was giving it for Christmas, and then I was like, okay, and then I was actually giving balls with my name on it. I'm like, and then idiots would find them over at the Tunx's Plantation Country Club. I found a dibble in the woods. You probably found a lot of them in the woods, dude.
All right, that was your 5.
I've never claimed to be good.
What's your 4? Number 4.
Play with the animals. I love, you know me. I'll sit by the pond. I'll play with snakes, and if I'm in Florida, I want to play with the gators, and do love the turtles. Try to find snapping turtles and stuff. I don't really love golf. I love the outdoors. The best part of golf is being out there for 4 hours.
Lake of Isles Golf Club.
Oh my God, you love the deer.
Foxwoods. Yes, this is the best golf course in Connecticut.
We always see a deer.
Just seeing animals, and there's a deer. Just see a deer. There's always a deer that just comes to the green and wants to join the foursome. Like these deer are too friendly over there at Foxwoods. They got it too good.
My 3 is steel trophies.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, so the Waterbury Country Club, which was built in 1899.
Number 3.
I like
had
this.
trophies. I didn't steal them, but I was going to. That's one of the reasons I left the club. Some of the trophies actually had deer horns for the sides.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like, that is the coolest trophy. It's better than my World Series trophy, man. I got to get that one.
So true.
My wife always was talking to me, my parents were here for 40 years. You can't steal stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, man. I was a poor kid. I stole everything.
I do think the club champion trophies in the world.
Yeah, because I was never going to legitimately win it, so I'm stealing it.
Exactly. And somehow that makes me feel even better.
Kurt, wouldn't you want to steal the club trophy?
Sounds like a good
John?
challenge.
I mean, and I always think of like Judge Smales, like
exactly
he's the guy that I'm ripping off, and like we're doing a solid for the caddy community around the block.
Absolutely.
Number 2,
move the pin and put it in the sand trap.
Oh,
I do that constantly. I love it.
so you are a country club nightmare.
Well, no, I mean, I used to golf with so many like pinheads that used to tick me off and stuff, and so okay, you're gonna piss me off, then try hitting your ball into the sand trap when I put the flag in it.
Oh, so you put it up,
I take it out of the hole and I put it in the sand trap.
standing up.
So they think it's there.
So they think that's where it's over to the left.
To tell you the truth, that might actually benefit my game because I'm always like 10 yards away from the pin that I'm actually aiming at. So you might be helping
I really
me.
like this one, dude.
Thank you.
I knew you would.
And of course, I'm with Kurt on the 19th hole. Well, I'm with you.
Number 1, I think you guys are missing out on one of the key elements on the 19th hole.
Cart girls?
Bingo.
I'm married. I can't even. Go
I
there.
know, but still, isn't it great that there is a sport out there that brings you alcohol while you're playing it out there on the course?
Yes, absolutely.
That is great. And yeah, you get a little back and forth, you learn a little bit about somebody, you make friends, and then seeing,
I'm not going to lie. The cart girls have gotten a lot of tips from me over the years.
Of course.
It's
a great job.
It's a great job, ladies, to put yourselves through college. There's a lot of drunk old guys out there that are like, whoa. Hey, how you doing?
That's my number 3.
That's number 3.
That was
Number
my number
three.
3.
What's your number 2?
Number 2 was driving carts, and number 1 was ball hunting. I love finding balls. Man.
I love finding balls.
Like
Dude, there's nothing better. I mean, we don't come from money, so when they're expensive still.
Oh yeah.
So when you
I ain't
find
paid
a
for any
free
in a
ball,
long time.
like if I lose 2 balls and go in and find 3, I feel like I'm playing with house money.
So true.
Right? You know me.
And this is how we explain how we did in golf.
That's
all
right.
the time.
It's not
How'd
about
you
my
guys
score.
do? I played all right, but I'm plus 10 on balls.
That's right. How are you? How'd you do?
Do you like those long holes with a good bend to them to where you have to hit some kind of noise to let the other people know that it's
like
fine to
ring the
hit?
bell.
I
Yeah.
haven't hit before.
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't done that.
The one cool thing.
And you go to the other hole. You're not on that hole, but
And you know what?
you're in the woods from the other hole. And
People who
you're going
drive
over there,
into
you
my
hit the
group-
thing anyway, right?
Kurt, you know what I like
Yeah.
to do? I like to drive over their balls.
Oh, God.
I like to bury their
That's a hell
balls,
of a
step
lie.
on them. I'm always like burying people's balls.
I'm so glad I'm with you guys
you,
when
buddy.
I play. And not
Good luck
behind you
finding
or
this
in front of
plugged
you.
ball right here.
Hit it as it lies.
We're never getting invited to another
Hit it as it
tournament, by the
lies.
way.
So true. So true. Because this is the problem Gallo and
We're
I
blue
have.
collar guys, man.
But
You don't want to piss us off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that is the funny thing is when there is a guy that thinks we hit their ball that threw over, or we hit the bell, or we did something,
Right.
and then they get all mad, and then they get in their carts and they drive up, and then they see dibs. Like, and I just want to make sure you guys know that that was my ball, but it's okay. I just want to make sure you guys know. All right, I'll see you later.
I quickly get my 60-degree wedge out.
I like how you guys have the telescopes around here, the periscopes or whatever we're calling.
yeah.
I
it.
can never figure those things out.
It's like there's, I know Manchester Country Club has
They have
one. I've seen just a lot of courses around here on those long par fives. We don't have that where I'm from, and I think that's pretty cool. We just have the bell or a horn or
Why
a
can't
whistle.
you just drive your cart up and see if the people have moved along? Or the way we play, or the way we play, we just drive it anyway, and because we don't think we're going to get in the
I
fairway,
know.
and that's the one time you hit a good shot into the other group.
Always. Like, oh, man, you can't hit them. You've been playing horrible today. Wow, that was a great shot. You better yell something. It's going to be a great season of golf this year.
Absolutely.
Cannot wait.
Absolutely. Good segment there.
Great job, Curt.
All right, when we come back, we'll do Dibbles and Bits.